Viewers, it's me here. My name is Taylor. I wanted to make a YouTube channel called the Breastfeeding Mama because I am a breastfeeding mama. And I wanted to come on here and just start posting videos and sharing tips and maybe getting good with other YouTube mamas out there to just share and comment on things so we can all be in this together and support one another through our journey of mamahood and parenthood. So, like I said, my name is Taylor, and I'm a lucky mother to a beautiful 9-month-old baby girl. She'll be turning 10 months soon. I can't even believe that. Oh my gosh, before I know it, I'm going to say I'm going to be a mom of a 1-year-old. That's going to be crazy. I can't even imagine that. But I wanted to start making a YouTube channel to come on here and share a little bit of the things that I'm learning with her and kind of learn with you guys and kind of document some things and grow with you guys on here. For instance, I myself am a firm believer in organic and natural and holistic healing, and that's kind of been my everyday lifestyle for the past 5 to 7 years now. And I'm just really passionate about that. That's one of my biggest things is holistic health care and just overall all natural is best. And the breast is best is like my little motto that I go by when I talk to all my other mothers and they've asked me, how is your breastfeeding gone? Because I am only 23 years old, so I'm considered to be a young mother, and I know lots of women my age who are becoming mothers. A lot of us are either unfamiliar with breastfeeding because society here in America doesn't really, some parts it's very open and then other parts it's not. And lots of us are either enrolled in college or really have really great jobs and trying to figure out how to juggle with the struggles of breastfeeding and pumping and all that and still be able to carry on our everyday lives. And from being, a young mother, is what they kind of, society puts me in that profile of being a young mother. I have lots of people ask me, those questions like, well, what can you do for this and that? And have people, said, oh, you're too young to do this. And I've encountered pretty much everything I can possibly think of from A to Z. So I just want to come on here and create some sort of support system and a safe place for mothers to all come and support and grow with one another and share tips and tricks, what works for you, a non-judgmental place here on the internet. So first, one thing that I wanted to come on here and share, not only that with the introduction, but a little bit about why I wanted to breastfeed and why that was so important to me whenever I found out that I was expecting my beautiful baby girl. Like I said, I'd already, been practicing and been living, a green lifestyle for a long time before then. But I went through many different stages in my life, including in college and before college, whenever I was a teenager, of healing myself through acne. They wanted to put me on all these different types of medications and drugs that were so toxic to the body that my mother and I were both like, there's no way, we're going to put that into my 15, 16-year-old, and there's no way I'm going to start drugs that serious at a young age just for acne. Like, that's so crazy. And I was like, it has to be like hormonal and things like that. And then I started figuring out what's another route to take. So then that got me interested in the holistic side of things and the natural way of healing. And then we discovered that I had food allergies and all sorts. And we were able to get me on a detox system that really just overall in literally 3 days, I went from having type 5 cystic acne all the way down into the dermis of my skin, past the epidermis layer of the skin into the dermis, so painful, to completely healing myself. And then after that, I went on to college to be an esthetician because it fascinated me so much about skincare, about all the things that I learned from the natural ways of me healing through my detox, that I went on to be an esthetician. So as I was in college, every day we were working with skincare products. Every day I was putting products on my face. For a solid year straight, we were doing hands-on for the face during the first year of my college to become an esthetician. and I was using products with harmful chemicals in them, parabens. Don't know if you guys have heard about them. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But that actually got me to do research into what's all in our products. Before, I was already discovering, holistic ways inside of my body, but then this is outside the body. The products, the things that I'm purchasing, they're not green. These have toxic chemicals and preservatives. My whole system of my body, my endocrine system, my adrenals started shutting down. My acne came back. I started losing weight. My hair was falling out. I went to the doctor. They tried to diagnose me with PCOS and tried to tell me it's not looking good for me to be able to have children in the future. I'm like, I'm 19 years old. Like, how can you be telling me this right now? And so I went on to discover that in my cysts and things like that were these harmful chemicals. And so I was noticing that parabens were really turning my hormonal systems in my body upside down. And then I got off of those. I did this huge speech for the school, wrote out this big flyers and all that. I was like, we've got to get better products. Like, I cannot be an esthetician saying that, come to me, I'm going to teach you how to nurture and take care of your skin the proper way, but yet I'm going to pump you full of chemicals. Like, that did not resonate with me. So we were able to get great, awesome organic products on the shelves of our school, and we took that product off the shelf, so that was great. I was able to make a positive difference through the negative influences that the products that we were using had. So that wanted me to go further into my studies and practices of, holistic ways and natural ways and things like that. And then that got me into, eating organic all the way, and my diet started changing and all that, and buying products that are green for the earth. And I started really seeing how the natural way is the best way. And that's kind of been my philosophy on life. And I've just realized that through cleaning up myself on the inside and cleaning up my surroundings through a natural, non-toxic way, it has brought so much healing and so much joy to me in my life, and I'm so grateful that I get to come on here and share all my things with you guys. And so that obviously, being a naturalist, I guess you could say, it's only natural for us mamas to breastfeed, in my opinion. Sorry guys, I hate to break it to you, but these boobies aren't for you. These boobies are for the babies. And my little girl, at the beginning, we did have lots of struggles for the first 2 weeks. And I didn't really have that great of a support system around me. I'm originally from Georgia in the United States, and even though that, for the most part, like from what I've experienced to the women around me, most Southern women do kind of breastfeed, but I wasn't really getting the true support that I needed. Thank God I had a great midwife who was very supportive of my birth plan, it being all natural, and the water birth. She was very supportive of that. It wasn't very practiced a lot in Georgia, but they were just starting to introduce it there, and so that was good. But she was very open, and she was very receiving to everything that I was telling her, and she was very supportive, and she really made me feel good about, breastfeeding and things like that. And I did have a couple good lactation nurses to come in and help me, and during my first couple of days after giving birth with her in the hospital, and that was really great. But after that, when I got home, I didn't have anyone. The doula that I hired, that ended up being a whole nother story for a whole nother video. She ended up not being the definition of what a doula should be. So we ended up not going with her. So I just really felt like I was left with just me and my husband. And thank God my husband was so supportive and so compassionate and caring and patient with me. And he was learning with me, and me and the baby are learning. And it was really tough for those first 2 weeks, getting her to latch on, and my breasts were engorged. And if you're a mama already, then you already know what I'm talking about if you've experienced this before. So yeah, my first 2 weeks was kind of quite a struggle. But after that, I just had the determination, the willpower, and my husband around me to support me and say, you got this, you and the baby are learning, take it step by step, day by day, each day is a new day. hopefully this will be a better one with her latching on. And eventually she got it. And ever since then, she's about to be 10 months and we are still breastfeeding, going strong. So thank God. We're still going good. My body's still producing milk and all that. So I wanted to just, that's probably going to be enough. I got 10 minutes already into this video, so I don't want to bore you guys and overtalk you guys too much because I'm so passionate and this is my first video. I have so much to say. But that's kind of an introduction as to why I wanted to come on here and start posting videos. You kind of get a little bit of my background in there from where I've come from and why I am a breastfeeding mama and why I'm so passionate about health and healing and things like that. So I hope that we will continue to follow each other on here, and if you would love to share anything or post any other videos that you've uploaded about breastfeeding and your ups and your downs and your in-betweens, everything, it's all perfect, it's all beautiful, it's all amazing because we're all in this together. And I just want to bring back the sisterhood of all the women here, just supporting and sharing each other on our journey of motherhood. So I hope this video finds you well, whoever's watching it, and may many blessings come to you and your beautiful family.